Free beer and hot wings in the morning. Grand Rapids rocks all day. 97.9 GRD rocks.
Partly cloudy today. 72 the eventual high. I'm going to say 48 downtown. 58.
53, according to the TV.
Weather.com says 58. Feels like 55.
Holy crap.
But is actually 53.
Yeah.
But more like 48.
Yeah. Not a great forecast.
But how does it actually feel? Because sometimes temperature and feel are very different.
Yeah.
It looks like it feels about 70.
There's a little bit of a wind keeping that flag outward. It looks like it's coming down from the north, guys. I'm going to say it probably feels closer to 49.
Another app says 55, just FYI.
Although I don't actually see anybody outside right now, so it's probably much cooler, like 38.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. That might be slightly below.
Oh, there's one person, 40.
Joe, the Fifth Third Riverbank Run is coming up. You are leading a team of GRD listeners.
Yeah, I sure am.
You're expected to win.
You are doing the 10K.
Yeah, I am. I was approached and I was asked if I would at least do the 5K. Mm-hmm. And I said, no, of course not. Sign me up for the 10.
Mm-hmm. Good move. Mm-hmm. Go big or go home. That's what they say.
Yeah, that is what they say.
Yeah, that's what
but I wasn't stupid enough to go bigger than that. There's not a chance that I could ever run a 25K. Mm-hmm. That's insane. And so I said the 10K because just 1 week before, I ran 5 miles. And so I was like, well, by the time that rolls around, I'll be pulling 8-milers left and right. And then I couldn't run more than 2 miles. 2 miles was a stretch for a few weeks. I ran 3 2 weeks ago, and this weekend I ran 5 again.
Okay.
I'm back to where I started.
Good, this training's paying off.
It hurt like hell. I don't run fast. Mm-hmm. There's always a chance my vertebrae can slip off of the one below it, it seems.
Okay.
Now, when you ran this, is it running straight or run, walk, run?
No, this was running straight.
That's pretty good.
Now, that's the thing. I always knew that if worse comes to worse, I can always just walk 6.4 miles.
Mm-hmm. Definitely true.
Mm-hmm. Or run 3 miles and then quit. And then just go into putt-putts, have a couple of beers. I can start drinking again. Yeah, place some bets. Mm-hmm. And just, what are they get? Who's going to look up whether I finished or not?
Your heart will look it up.
That's the problem. My heart will look it up.
But does your heart care?
It might not. If I start hurting too much in the middle of this, I got to get over it. I have to get over what my heart feels and just quit.
But Joe, think of the children. How will they feel if their hero gives up?
They'll feel pretty bad, but kids get over things.
How do I explain that to my children?
Yeah.
With an ice cream cone.
Before bed each night for the last 3 months, we've talked about how Joe is going to do this.
Yep. The little engine that could.
Like a superhero.
I hope you have been. I got to be doing this for some reason, and it might as well be your kids and them looking up to me. So I think I'm ready. I think I can. That was it. That's as close as I'm going to come because I shouldn't run more than that this week, I don't think. I think I should just do a couple of short runs, try and eat healthy, try and get rid of some of this weight.
The best time to start losing weight before a big 10K is 6 days out.
It's the week of.
Why don't we go get you some plastic bags and you can ride an exercycle?
Well,
it's like you're cutting weight for weigh-in.
It's time to get training.
I weighed 207 this morning when I stepped on the scale.
Okay.
We'll see. I think if I can not eat sugar today, I can drop at least 4 of those pounds. Go back down to 203.
Do you usually consume your sugar by putting it on rocks? And eating it?
I go up and I'm serious, man. I go crazy up and unfortunately, I never get below 200 pounds before my body craves calories. But man,
so hungry.
I feel like I can go from 207 down to like 203. I'm going to weigh myself tomorrow morning. I'll let you know how it goes. I know you're like super interested.
I'm kind of into it.
I am.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, just some fun thing to do. So anyone, by the way, if you want to follow me as we run for glory, in the Fifth Third Riverbank Run this Saturday, you can still sign up, and you can sign up to be a part of the Free Beer and Hot Wings team.
Mm-hmm.
And I think, okay, I don't know this for a fact, but after I officially registered, they sent me an email, and because I'm part of this team, I get to go. I better find this email before I just start spewing. I can't find it. This may or may not be true.
Okay.
It gets you into DeVos Place before the race so you can be warm. I think it gets you a locker, or at least gets you a place to put your clothing before you go run. Food, maybe beverages, probably beverages, more so than food.
Mm-hmm.
So that's nice. That's a reason to sign up.
Absolutely.
Yeah, that is.
Now you're going to run as a
If you
team.
don't get that, by the way, don't blame me. Don't say that I said it was definitive.
Boy, you are mad.
No, I just want to make it clear that might not. I did get an email saying something along those lines.
Your sugar cravings are really making
man.
you agitated.
You're ranting like a dictator of North Korea. You're like, run for the glory. Don't say you deserve something. You will get what I tell you get.
That's funny. Right as you said that, I realized I was sitting here with my finger pointed upwards to the sky.
You may or may not get a locker. I do not know. Don't come to me and tell me I told you something wrong. Oh, God, I want sugar so bad.
This race is based on the metric system.
I think I made that email up.
Sounds like it.
Yeah.
I don't know where they would have sent that to. I swear I read those words.
Of course you did. You're hallucinating.
Yeah.
You don't have the sugar.
Your body's missing an essential building block.
I'm telling you, there's something to this. Trust me on that.
Trust you on it, but don't quote you on it.
Yeah. Or hold you accountable for it.
Yeah.
If you're disappointed with your experience on the Free Beer and Hot Wings team, that's your fault and yours alone.
You have clearly not lived up to your potential if you don't enjoy your time.
A lot of mixed messages here.
Yeah.
So many mixed messages.
Joe's found a way to make the whole audience feel like foster kids.
Well, that's all I have to say about that. Basically, we'll see how this goes. Might quit. You might get something if you join the team. Do you want to know what my Sunday was like for 3 solid hours?
This is where you were chasing that sod device.
We'll go back. I was chasing a sod lifter, something that you can buy online for $30. I ended up spending $107. Pretty useless tool.
Mm-hmm.
I drove to the Plainfield Lowe's, where they were out, and they said, you can go to Kentwood to get it. And Ellen said, Home Depot on Alpine is way closer than that. Yeah, of course it is. Let's go there.
Sure.
They did not have one.
Which thusly makes it definitively not closer than Kentwood.
That was our third stop. Our second one, there's some farm family place right down.
Yeah.
I thought surely they would have something.
Okay.
They did not.
Mm-hmm.
Then we went to Kentwood, 28th Street in the Beltline. They did not have one. That's when we called Harbor Freight. I don't know why. They definitely wouldn't have one. And then finally, I got a hold of the people at Ace Hardware, and they had one. Thank God. And they'll have one again later on today.
Slightly dirtier.
Well, I didn't use it at all. Not one bit. So
yeah.
I got to be honest. I had never seen one of these before. I looked it up just to see what it looked like.
Yeah.
Dude,
I thought
no one
it
has
was similar to what I thought it was. But.
Ace Hardware has one, but that was incredible. It was crazy. And then we spent a lot of time in parking lots trying to call different places. It took up 3 hours. We were both so cranky.
Mm-hmm.
Just wanted food and that that sod lifter.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And it turned probably could. There's that what's that rental place? A huge rental place right down the road. Sun Rentals. I'll bet they have a side bus.
Yeah,
I bet they do.
I'm sure most of them do. Hell, the Ace might. Some of the Aces have rentals. I know the one in Lowell does.
I'll bet it would have been cheaper than that tool too.
Probably to rent it. Yeah, it's probably. I mean, I don't have any idea, but I can't imagine it'd be more than $100
Yeah,
for
you're
like
right.
a whole day.
You're right.
Oh my God.
Well, the good news is if you had called them up without planning ahead, chances are it was already checked out yesterday.
That's true.
Because that's what people do on weekends.
They probably don't have a lot of them.
If you wanted it today, it'd probably be no problem.
They bust sod.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I've got a lot more sod to bust.
It's definitely a lot easier to rent one that's propelled like that just cuts it off underneath, just drops that blade under the soil and just goes right under the roots. And then you can lift it up like a sheet that way.
I know.
And move it to somewhere else. You were talking about wanting to reuse the grass.
I could, yeah. I'm just throwing it in my backyard.
It's certainly a lot easier.
I could not do hard labor in North Korea. I couldn't possibly do that. That's all I kept thinking.
It sucks. It's hard because I know even in our yard, I've done some of that where you're trying to like widen a bed or something.
Yeah.
And it's not worth renting a sod buster to do it, but just taking,
Little chunks.
the half moon edger and doing that and then like peeling it up and rolling it like carpet. That's backbreaking because you're crouched in a weird position.
It's so
and
hard.
You're not used to doing it.
And you're trying not to rip it because you don't want to have all these 1 foot pieces. You want to have like 3 foot pieces so that you don't have to take so many trips. But then it's heavy as hell anyway.
You guys
that sucks.
Laugh so hard when I send you a picture of what my backyard looks like right now. It looks like a checkerboard. Because at first I was laying them all out in a row.
Yeah.
And then at the end I was just throwing it like a frisbee. Whoosh.
But think how good it's going to look when it all grows in.
And how great it'll be when you hit it with your brand new high suction lawnmower.
Yep. And shoots clumps of sod out.
It takes a day or two for those to reroot.
This rain that we're going to get is going to fix everything.
Yeah. Probably.
It'll look perfect.
I imagine it'll look like an estate very soon.
And then when that spray paint starts growing out and it's attached to the ground and I can cut it.
Yeah. So much sweat equity in that home.
That might be your better bet. Buy dark green spray paint. Forget this replanting nonsense. Just paint the whole yard.
Look at California.
Yep.
It's the Foo Fighters. Learning to fly. No, learn to fly. There's no ing. Stupid.
Nope, that'd be Pink Floyd.
97.9 GRD Rocks.